Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be the mid-monthly reading for the month of November 2018. For the mid-monthly, I do 2 3-card spreads. Okay, so one is focusing on the area of career and finance. For that, I use the Gilded Tarot deck by Sierra Marchetti, and I also pull an additional oracle card from the Life Purpose Oracle card deck by Doreen. The other spread is focusing on love, relationships, and I use the Wheel of the Year Tarot deck by Los Garbeo, and I also pull an additional oracle card from the Romance Angels deck by Doreen Virtue. If I need to clarify anything, I have my Zillich Tarot deck to clarify. But, do remember, like I usually say, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested in doing that, all of the information can be found in the description box below this video. I also encourage you to watch not just your sun sign video, but also your moon and rising sign, right? Some months, the messages in one video might not resonate as well. Maybe they will, in the other, or by listening to all 3 of them together, you get a more complete overview of what's coming up for you at this midpoint in the month. All right, I will stop for now, and I will see each of the signs in 1 second for the reading. Hi, Leo. Hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your mid-monthly reading. As you can see, I have already shuffled off camera and laid the spread, really just to save a little bit of time. So let's jump into it. So we have in the past position, and I did pull a clarifier on this. I'll show you the card in 1 second. So this is work and finance. Sorry, I'm just jumping into it. So we'll begin with the work and finance, and then we'll head into the relationship reading, okay? So the 5 of Pentacles sits in the past position. It is followed by the Page of Cups and the outbound energy for the month of November. Wonderful, the Chariot. And the overall energy for the last 2 weeks of the month for career and finance, you have Major Arcana number 3, the Empress. So you have very powerful cards. Out of 4 cards, half of the cards are major arcana. So, significant messages coming through here. When we have this many major arcanas in just 4 cards, a 4-card spread, it really shows that, things are very much out of your hands. It's sort of the universe stepping in, a lot of divine orchestration at play. And I did pull the clarifier on the 5 of Pentacles, even though it sits in the past position, and I don't usually pull clarifiers on the past, but, it's the 5 of Pentacles, which isn't always, a great energy. So I did pull the clarifier, which is another major arcana, the Sun. Okay, so this is number 19 of the major arcana, which is probably the best card in the deck, right? The most positive in the entire deck. So, and what I was getting initially when I laid the spread was, things are definitely moving ahead here, and it's much more positive, I think, than what you have been experiencing, because the 5 of Pentacles speaks of a lack, right? It can be an actual lack, like lacking in money, material possessions, something to do with your finances, or it's that lack mentality. Sometimes, when we're just very worried about our finances, or, it's just a kind of a constant preoccupation with that. Oh, am I going to have enough? What if I don't have enough money? So there's a worry regarding your finances here. Pentacles is the suit of earthly, tangible things here in the material realm. So we usually associate it with the work that we do. It's the money that we earn. Has to do with our our resources. It's financial prosperity. But again, with it being a 5, there's a worry here, and you can see. Let me show you the card again. There's they're sort of walking outside of this, supposed to be a church. We have the stained glass window, and they look very tired, right? They look as though they're really kind of left out in the cold here, and they're in need of, something, of shelter, of money. And so, there is this concern. And so even if you are, or even if, sitting in the past position, even if you were worried, or maybe that, money has been a little tight over the last, few weeks or even last month, kind of the main message that comes through with the Five of Pentacles is that, there could be help nearby. If you can see the stained glass, I mean, it usually, or in a lot of the decks, it shows the couple walking outside, sort of out in the cold, walking outside of, a church. So it really speaks of help, being nearby, or, you just need to kind of go knock on the door, go in, somebody could be there, to help you. And with the sun as the clarifier, it is kind of like, the light after the dark. So finally, it's like things are moving forward. Finally, there is positive change coming in. And that really, it comes through with the remaining cards. So I feel that whatever this worry or lack of some resources, you're moving past that now, right? With the Sun card clarifying, you're heading or coming into much more positive energy, because the Page of Cups, yes, it deals with emotions, the Suit of Cups. It's the suit of, our feelings, relationships. But, with this page coming in to offer you or to bring news about something, pages, they usually do, they're messengers. So it could be an individual. Obviously, when we have court cards appear in a reading, they can be people who are playing a significant role in our lives over the next couple of weeks. If so, this would typically be a younger water sign individual. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, male or female, could be a child of yours, could just be, somebody sort of a teenager or in their early 20s. But I usually view the pages more as messengers, right? This energy, sort of an event energy surrounding you. So there could be news coming in, and this could be something that you feel very happy about, right? A message that could be related to like a creative project or an artistic project, or even a new job offer, right? We are focusing here on career finances. So, a new job, a new way to make money, a new job offer coming in, a new way to improve your finances, right? Which is going to bring you a great deal of happiness, which you feel very good about. You feel very, it's a happy news coming in. So this could be, this, which is why the sun is shining here, because there is something, a new offer that you feel very good about. And this offer with the Chariot, talking about kind of these two major arcanas here, the Chariot number 7 of the major arcana is a major success card. Right? And you have the sun, which is beautiful, blessed energy. The Chariot is a card of success, of forward movement, forward momentum, right? It's a victory. It's about, you see the woman, it's like she's not even holding the reins. And some of them, the depictions of the Chariot card, it shows, usually somebody holding the reins, but very loosely. But even so, they're very much in control of the Chariot, of where they're going. Of harnessing this energy, the yin and yang energy, the light and dark, bringing it both, the masculine and feminine, bringing it together for some type of victory. It can have to do with movement, movement across land, travel. This could be a new opportunity, possibly, where you have to travel, if it's for the interview or, even for the job itself. Travel might be involved here, but it's, it's very kind of forward momentum and forward moving energy. And it's also, it's about you being in control. So if in the past, if you have felt as though, maybe you didn't have as much control over your finances as you would have liked, or over your career, or over how, your money comes in, because there was a sense of lack here, you are now taking charge. And so, it's this very strong willpower and control, and, just knowing that you can do so much more than maybe you even thought that you could, and so it's, it's you chasing after whatever this new opportunity is, whatever this new, creative endeavor or project. And with the Empress as the overall energy, she is number 3 of the major arcana, and she is like the ultimate mother card, right? If we think of the queens in the tarot as, the sort of the main female energies, the Empress is sort of the, the queen of the queen. She is the ultimate female energy, and she's very, it's very fertile energy. And she is very much about manifestation of dreams, right? Desires. Threes in the tarot, it speaks of very expansive energy. So, there are lots of opportunities, things really evolving, expanding. As this fertile energy, we think of it as sort of giving birth to new ideas, to new projects. Feeling very good, very passionate about these new things, So you could be, really poised and in this new position to, pick up this new cup, whatever this new offering is, and just, going with it. This could be an increase in your creativity. If there has been, some type of creative blockage here, or maybe you haven't felt as though maybe this lack here, if it's not to do with your finances or resources, it could even be sort of that lack mentality where you were lacking in the drive, the initiative, the creative ideas. You were lacking in those things, and now it's like you have it. There's an abundance of it, right? So it's a very wonderful, very powerful energy. Just really you being in control and harnessing whatever this, the energy of this new opportunity coming in and just going for it. And the card that came out as your life purpose is called body work, and it says your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. Let me hold this up so you can see this, and let's take a look. I like to read the full message from the guidebook for the oracle card. So this is body work. And it says, you drew this card as encouragement to involve yourself in body work to heal yourself and others. Receiving and giving massage and other forms of physical care is at the center of your life purpose. It appears that you have healing hands and have naturally been drawn to the healing arts for some time. This card is validation that this is a fulfilling path for you to go down. The challenge is for you to take excellent care of your own body as you find avenues to provide care for others. You are naturally a giver, and that includes sending healing energy to your clients and loved ones. Be sure to include yourself in this mix and take the time for exercise, massage, and receiving treatments as well. You are encouraged to take classes that mirror your natural interests in various healing modalities. Taking an eclectic approach to body work will ensure that these interests stay keen and at a high level. Interesting. And just looking back here, I mean, the Page of Cups, if we think of it, the energy of, well, I would usually think of it more sort of as the Ace of Cups as healing. But, cups, the Suit of Cups is about emotions and feelings. So that could be something to do with energy healing, definitely. Maybe this new opportunity, it might have something to do with that, if this is something that you have been thinking about for a while. And then, again, with the Empress, this, very creative and very fertile energy. I mean, the Empress herself, obviously we're looking at this more from a career perspective, but the Empress can also speak of, pregnancy, news of a pregnancy, birth of a child. So, for some of you, this healing could have to do with, maybe working with pregnant women, or offering some type of healing to pregnant women. There could be, like working as a midwife, something like that. But interesting, but overall very good as far as your career goes. So let's move on to love and relationships. So you start off with the Seven of Pentacles. followed by the Four of Wands. This card seems to be coming out quite a lot in the mid-monthlies. And the outbound energy is the Queen of Pentacles. And from the bottom of the deck, and I did pull a clarifier on this one. Not that it's a bad card, but just, to kind of get a little bit of extra insight. So you have Major Arcana, the Death card. Okay, this is number 13 of the Major Arcana. And the clarifier that came out on it is the Ten of Cups. And it's called Satiety in this deck. And I'll get to the meaning of this in a second. And then your Romance Angels card, you have Give Your Relationship a Chance. Work on your partnership. So, beginning here with the Seven of Pentacles, usually, in a sort of a career reading, the Seven of Pentacles speaks of, you have two Pentacles cards. So, that Pentacles, like you had up here with the Five of Pentacles, it is the suit of, of our resources, finances. But it's also, our home, family, knowledge, education. And the Seven of Pentacles, you can see that the woman, she is reaching up. She has taken care of this tree. She is now plucking the fruit. So she's, actually able to see the fruit of her labor. And it's interesting, in this particular deck, the Seven of Pentacles, she appears as being pregnant in this deck. So, for some of you, I was picking up as well with the Empress, and there could be something to do with, if this isn't yourself, if you're not pregnant around this time, there could be somebody close to you, somebody in your family who might be, or there might be a baby arriving, because this does sit in the past position. But it's a card of, kind of thinking about how much time and effort and hard work have you put into something, and then kind of weighing things up and saying, all right, if I've done all of this, am I actually starting to see some type of return on investment? Am I getting back what is fair after all the hard work that I've put into it? And so, if we flip that and look at it more from a relationship standpoint, in the past, there could have been this, kind of sizing up the relationship that you're currently in, if you are in a relationship, thinking about whether you are getting what you want out of it, right? So if you're putting in kind of 100% of yourself, right, as far as like your feelings and your time and your effort, are you getting back 100% from the other person? Or is that person only really giving kind of, 70, 60% of themselves to you, so is there this kind of fair balance, or are you getting sort of back what you had hoped? And I think that the answer here is yes, because we have this beautiful happy home and family card, which is the Four of Wands sitting in the center. And this card, it can indicate moving in together. It can indicate getting engaged, getting married. This can be moving house, moving in together, or buying a house. There could be an extra focus around the middle of, or more towards the end of the month. Focus on, family and the home and things around the home, and, doing home improvements, really working on getting everything sort of taken care of around the house to welcome either a new person into the house, welcome, your family into the house. For those of you who live here in the U.S., we do have Thanksgiving here, which is a celebration where a lot of people do get together with their families, their friends. So, this could be preparing for these people coming, your family members coming into the home. But it's a very stable energy. The fours in the tarot, it's stable, it's solid, right? Think of the house like the foundation, and the form, the square. It's a very solid, grounded, sort of stable energy. So, this could be, and actually, this particular deck doesn't show it like it, but in a lot of the decks, the Four of Wands, it has like the two wands on one side, and then, the couple and the two on the other. So it can indicate sort of like a twin flame relationship, a past life connection with somebody else, right? This kind of soulmate twin flame, getting getting married even, or just, this very strong connection. And it's at the center of your reading. And the outbound energy, you have more pentacles, right, with the Queen of Pentacles. And she's a very strong, motherly type of caring, she's like the Earth Mother, right? She is the Queen of Earth, and she's very much about taking care of everybody, around her. Like, she shows her affection and her love by caring for others. So she's, but in a practical way. So, like cooking them food and making sure that, their clothes are clean, and making sure that, she's there and she's listening and she's giving of her time. And, she's that type of individual. She's also somebody who, thinking of finances, she's very stable as far as, her career goes, finances. You can see she has a chest here full of coins. And so she's good at making money. She's good at holding on to her money. Even if money is a little tight, she's very resourceful. So she knows how to kind of, make the most of what she does have. So if this is an individual, if you're in a relationship, even though she appears as a queen, this could be male or female, right, in the general readings, but this would typically be an older earth sign individual, so Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. If this isn't somebody who you're in a relationship with, you could be taking on the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. Again, like when we have the page up here, this is a court card. So it's either energy surrounding us at this time, it's you taking on this energy, or it's actually somebody, that we are interacting with that could be playing a significant role. But it's very solid, right? Very stable. And the Death card is the overall energy. Obviously, it's not a bad card, but it kind of, as an overall energy, it tells me significant endings and new beginnings. And so that's why I pulled the Clarifier to kind of say, all right, well, what endings, what beginnings, what does it have to do with? And we have the 10 of Cups, which, the 4 of Wands, and then 10 of Cups is like almost the, the next stage of the 4 of Wands, because it's like the ultimate, happy family, happy home. It's the ultimate in happiness. And so I feel that whatever this ending is, sometimes the Death card, it can speak of like ending a way of thinking. It can be ending a particular cycle in our lives. It can be facing our fears, right? Putting an end to a fear that we have about something. And with this coming as the overall energy, there could be, this could be an ending to, if you have been single. We did have the marriage, the engagement, the moving in together. And there's a huge progression. If we go from the 7 of Pentacles in the past, jumping all the way to the Queen of Pentacles. So, this is a relationship that maybe, it's gone or it's moved forward quite quickly. There's been a quick progression as far as, maybe you met each other, you've been dating, and then it's like all of a sudden you feel that it is time. You are both, really committed to the relationship, and so you want to move ahead. You want to move in together. You want to to start building a future, and so that would obviously put an end to your life as a as a single person, or it would be a completely new phase in your life here, and it's going to bring happiness. You have the ultimate happiness card as a clarifier on this change, and the relationship card that came out from the Romance Angels. Let's take a look at this. It says, the Romance Angels see that your relationship is worth devoting effort to. Although there may be issues, these can be worked through and healed. You'll need to commit to the relationship to ensure the best chance of success. At the very least, if you do it, you will know you gave it your all. You'll also understand the role that you played in its dynamics. In this way, you will avoid attracting similarly painful situations in the future. You receive this card because there's hope for your partnership. The love is still there. Working with a counselor may be your best option at this point. This professional can identify areas of dysfunction and guide you in healthier directions. So that's interesting because you don't have, I mean, I don't see here sort of the healing cards that I would typically think of. You know, usually healing would be like the star card. It could be like the Ace of Cups. You know, it will be that type of energy as far as healing goes. But again, if we look back here, there could have been in the past, you know, some type of weighing things up. So this could have been even, you know, trying to figure out, you know, whether the relationship was worth working on. For some of you, there could have been this, you know, well, do we need to give the relationship a chance? Am I really, you know, getting everything I need from this other person? Is it really worth it? So there could be that type of energy as well. I mean, you know, situation with the Seven of Pentacles, and then the relationship, give the relationship a chance. And again, with the Death card here, this could be, you know, it could be the death of a particular cycle in your relationship, where it's like, you know, if it wasn't that great, maybe that's, you know, you're putting an end to that now. And now this new cycle coming in will be, you know, happier. It will be this Ten of Cups that you have been wanting, right? And she's actually, it's interesting because in this particular deck, you know, each deck, yes, the energies of the cards remain the same, but each deck has its own language. And in this particular deck, she's called the Black Lady, and you can see that she's wearing like this black veil. And she really is about transformation, rebirth, new beginnings, and reconstruction in this deck. So, you know, with this new birth and reconstruction, so rebuilding, right? Rebuilding a relationship with the Ten of Cups. So if you do try to rebuild, if you do work on the relationship, there is, you know, definitely a positive outcome. I mean, you couldn't ask for a more positive outcome than the Ten of Cups, right? For your relationship reading, because it's the ultimate in sort of happiness and, you know, in fulfillment. So it's just, you know, joy, happiness, and success. So there could be, for some of you, there could be this improvement. For others, you know, and with this give your relationship a chance, it could speak of, you know, just trying to do new things within the relationship to work on, you know, even if you don't seek out a professional, right, for counseling, it could just be focusing more, right, just or over the next couple of weeks, there is a progression. Things are really moving forward for you. We jump here, right, again, from the Seven all the way to the Queen. So significant gains over the next couple of weeks. So things progressing, but in a very positive way for you. So I love your reading. It looks like a great rest of the month. So I do hope that the messages have helped you. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.